I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amber. This is Amber's Logic. Got a new video for you today. We got episode 67 of Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. You know what we here to talk about. I just got home from Fiserv Forum watching the Raptors get cooked by the Milwaukee Bucks 130 to 122. This was a good performance by the Bucks. Uh I like a lot of what I saw, and again, let's talk about the positives first. The Bucks putting up 130 points. That's positive. That's extremely positive. Again, we had good ball movement today. We had 24 assists. We have 6 people in double figures. Solid performance. I would like to shout out Brook. He clearly been in Milwaukee a long enough time. He got that north side aggression in it. You see him, he had to go ahead and remove Gary Trent's headband and that little scuffle in the four. But clearly Brook was with all the smoke. And he was giving smoke out as he dropped 19 before his departure, including 3 for 5 from 3. Hitting some big shots he hit some big threes to kind of get us some momentum down there in the fourth. So shout out to Brook, even though you got ejected, but whatever it is, we stand with you. I know what that is. So shout out to Brook. Outstanding play by Brook today. Bobby Portis had a double-double, 12 points, 12 rebounds. That's what Bobby does. But what if I just want y'all to pay attention, or if y'all remember, did y'all see how many times they put Bobby in the pick and roll and Van Fleet and then was eating? Bobby's defense, we got to figure that out, because if they killing us with Van Fleet, what are these other teams with Kyrie and all that going to do if they put Bobby in the pick and roll? Just food for thought. We got to figure that out. We got to figure that out. Jrue Holiday had an outstanding performance. Outstanding performance. This is 2 games in a row. 37 points, 7 assists. Most importantly, only 2 turnovers. And again, he hits clutch shots down the stretch. Regular day at the office for Holiday. And I've been asking, why can't you play like you do in the fourth the whole game? This is what it looks like when Jrue plays like he does in the fourth the whole game. He can get you 40. Shout out to him. Efficient shooting. 16 of 26 from the field. 5 of 10 from 3. I mean, and 6... Outstanding performance by Jrue Holiday from the first to the fourth quarter. Outstanding performance. Pat Connaughton gave us 10 points. He did some real weird turnovers and shots a couple of times, but shout out to Pat. He did his thing. Grayson Allen had a second half, didn't he? Grayson Allen started going ham from 3 in that fourth quarter. He has a tendency to hit big shots himself. Grayson Allen had 25. So he was hooping. He definitely was hooping. Definitely was hooping. And one person I really like to point out that I'm starting to understand, and my boy Amtrax, his album is on iTunes, we're talking about, is when we look at Ingles, we can't look at him as a shooting guard, like as our shooting guard. We have to look at Ingles as our true like backup point guard or secondary facilitator. He's really a smart basketball player, really smart. And why do I say that? Even look today, he had 15 points, right? But he had 8 assists, 0 turnovers. He makes very smart basketball decisions out there. I really like what Ingles is bringing to the table. Ingles, he steadies the team. He makes smart plays. He picks and chooses his shots. He drives when he has the advantage size wise. I really like what Ingles is bringing to the table. He definitely keeps the ball movement and gets people good shots. Not saying Jrue doesn't, but Ingles is really good at that. I'm seeing that. So I can see with Giannis and Middleton in a lineup, he can probably cut down on a lot of our turnovers that Middleton or Giannis would call by him being the secondary facilitator in certain positions. So I just like to point out Ingles. I don't know what you would be coming back from this injury, but now I'm seeing your true game. You're really gonna be a benefit, I think, to this roster. So shout out to Ingles. You really playing well. I'm not sure why Beauchamp got a DNP. I don't know what that's about. I guess some of his shot selection or something like that, I was told. But that's the only thing I didn't like about today's game was Beauchamp didn't get any run. We shot over 50% from the field. We shot 48% from three, hitting 19 threes. We've been cooking recently from three and 19 to 21 free throws. And one of the biggest things, we only had 11 turnovers today. So that was awesome. That was awesome. So now we need to talk about the other side of the coin. The Bucks dropped 44 in the first quarter and give up 40 in the second quarter. And it is due to this weird defense that we like to play that allows people to get open. It was letting Van Vleet get hot. And I told y'all, well, when a guard gets hot on us in the first quarter, he going to have a career night. Fred VanVleet dropped 39 on us. There was no adjustments made by Bud. He didn't try to find a way to keep Holiday on him. He just let this man cook and hope for the best. That is my problem. If we're letting people like VanVleet drop 39 on us, what is going to happen when we play the elite guards, these James Hardens, these Kyries in the playoff? They're going to get 50, and we won't do anything about it because Bud refuses to adapt. Like I said, I'm not asking you to change your scheme, but when you're getting cooked, switch it up. Go to a zone. Do different things. Switch the lineup as far as who's holding who to try to adjust to the pick and roll. Just do something to switch the momentum. You do nothing, Bud. I can't believe we let VanVleet score 39. Gary Trent Jr. dropped 28. And then Siakam had 23. I mean, that's just too much for Gary Trent Jr. And Siakam, he had a lot of nonsense free throws. Am I the only one that thought that the refereeing in this game was absolutely terrible officiating? Some of the worst I've seen. This might be the worst officiated game I've seen in a long time. To be honest, that's what kind of kept the Raptors around were all the calls. Otherwise, we'd have blown them off the floor, but the refs chose to keep the game close, and we persevered against the refs and the Raptors. Now what? We actually held a pretty good D as far as from the three-point line. They're only 13 to 35. VanVleet and Trent were the only ones that were hot. 45% from the field. I wish that was a little lower. What really helped us in this game, it was really a difference. They were 17 to 27. They missed 10 free throws, and that cost them most of this game as well. Besides us being hot, that really assisted was them tricking that many free throws. But this was a good win by the Bucks. We're shorthanded. We didn't have Giannis. We didn't have Middleton. And to beat a team that was at full strength and all their starters were balling, and to still for them to hold this L, very impressive by the Bucks. It shows us what our ball movement can do, and when we're moving the ball and we're hitting our shots, the Bucks are very dangerous. The problem is on the defensive side. There has to be an identity and philosophy change on defense for the Bucks. Otherwise, I still don't see how we can make it to the championship if we can't adjust on defense. We're allowing the same plays and the same players to get off. Whatever this pattern is for these guards, every team is following it. And we can't do anything to stop it. Bud needs to be held accountable. He's lucky that we have some real talent and some killers on this team. Otherwise, I don't know what our record would be. But yeah, shout out to the team. Shout out for the balanced attack and everybody getting in there and doing a 1-2. I'm very impressed. I don't know what to think about this game. I was kind of worried when I saw Giannis wasn't out, but Jrue Holiday has definitely stepped up his game and is earning his keep. So shout out to them for doing that. And a win at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family. This is episode 67, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news. As the Bucks, short-handed, pack up the Toronto Raptors, 130 to 122. Gone.